Hey there, Don Wilson here, and I am back with another video. I'm going to talk to you about kind of real and raw what I'm doing in the crypto market. All right, so again, let me start this video with a little disclaimer. I have no idea what I'm doing in crypto. I am new to crypto. You should not use anything that I say as financial advice. Please make your own decisions and do your own research. So let's get into it. All right, so last video, I was talking about some of the moves that I was making. Today's video, I made some different moves in the last few days, and I'm going to talk to you about what I did and why, okay? So you feel free to make your own choices. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing and why, all right? So last video was very well received. A lot of people commenting on it, a lot of people liking. I don't think we had any dislikes, so I need to get my hater count up. Because if I don't have any haters, that's not good. Not enough people seeing it. But we got like thousands of people that watched the video, a bunch of people that commented, a lot of people that I know. But I think that I'm making some pretty smart choices in crypto, and I'll explain why. But things change fast, all right? This is a huge market, especially in the Metaverse market, which is where I'm making a lot of my moves. This market exploded when Facebook changed their name to Meta. So that was what, 30 days ago? 29 days ago. So it's a very new market overall. So today the market went up a lot. I have most of my holdings in ETH, as I told you in my last video. That has not changed, all right? The market's been a little weird. We had that new strain of COVID that kind of tanked things, and then it went back up, and now, it looks like ETH is pushing high, which is great. I need ETH to go as far as it possibly can, because that's where I'm going to continue to keep my holdings for most of my cryptocurrency, because I just think it's what's used the most, and it's going to continue to get used the most. Something else may change later in the future, but until then, I'm going to invest in utility. I talked to you before about, I think last year was more speculation, and now it's becoming more utility driven, so I'm keeping most of my stuff here. So Metaverse, there are some plays that I'm making and why. So I sold my sand. I sold all of it. And the reasons why. Now, I told you guys before, I think it can go up here and be bigger, and I still think that's possible. But I watched the launch. The launch, honestly, I thought was horrible. All right, I thought it was really not well done, and I sold because of that. So they have a nice sequence in terms of things that they're dripping out and new phases of their launch. They have a lot of people buying and selling this because, 6 billion in volume in 24 hours. There's a lot of volume, 11 billion there. So a lot of volume is happening in this particular thing. So I did really well. I think I bought like right around here somewhere. I don't remember the exact amount. If you're in my Discord, I told you exactly how much I bought. So I over 3x what I did. So I was really happy with it. And I put it all back in ETH yesterday, which then went up again today. So, that's just frankly luck, putting it into ETH and ETH going up. ETH is a long-term play for me until something changes. Now, I told you guys before, Sandbox was a short-term and long-term play for me. So I sold, like here? Not bad. Not a bad place. I sold it like $7 and something, 7.1, or I don't remember exactly what it was. So I didn't get it, in here at the 8.4 or whatever it is. I didn't sell at the what was the all-time high here. That's fine though. I'm super happy with 3x, and it was my largest altcoin that I had at the time. I'm happy with that for the short term. So my short term is done. I'm gonna wait to see how they handle this launch, frankly. And they have a lot of buzz. A lot of people participating in this little airdrop particular thing here. But if you go to the site, I don't know how it looks today, but when they launched it, this thing was crashing everywhere. I tried to get into here. I'm registered on stuff. I went through the home, and I kind of went through a lot of different stuff, and I was getting Cloudflare errors over and over and over, and it took 25 minutes for me to get the site to actually load. And it wasn't because my internet connection sucked. It's because their Cloudflare was, frankly, just that bad. Now, that doesn't mean that they aren't going to fix it. But to me, a multi-billion-dollar market cap company, basically 25 minutes for your site to load for someone. I don't care what launch day it is. Basically, 25 minutes means the whole damn site is down to me. Now, I'm not trying to not say that they weren't going to have problems. It's alpha launch on a huge company. But site being down for, or at least not accessible for 25, 30 minutes, to me, is a pretty big red flag. All right, so I may be wrong. I hope that whoever is in this moon's for you. I don't wish it to go down. And I think this may turn around and go up. This is still a great looking company, but in the short term, I'm going to let them kind of play it out and prove that to me. Now, if they prove it, I'm probably going to miss out on a little bit of gains. But if the next version of this rolls out poorly, I am probably going to be happy that I just didn't get in the sandbox anymore. And it's went down since then. Now it's very short term. I don't know what it's going to do. But I talked to some other people in our Discords, and they said the same thing. The buzz for the pre-hype was great. The execution on this alpha phase of the launch was poor. Now it's going to be from November 29th to December 20th, but I even told you guys before in my previous video how I was judging the short term was going to be up to the launch. I expected the launch to, get lit on fire and to moon up, but it did very little, and the COVID variant could have had something to do with that. And it frankly went down a little, and then I tried to get on the site. It takes 25, 30 minutes. Not exactly what I was expecting out of it, so I bounced out. I'm going to see how it goes. But I took, I wouldn't say I took profits, but I put all my money back in ETH, and then ETH went up. And I'm out of the sand for now. I'm going to let it play out. I hope everybody that's in it is fantastic. It looks like a cool game. I will continue to watch it. But that's quote, quote, take profits, whatever you want to call it. But I pulled my cash out of that. All right. And it was a significant amount, at least for me, right, in my opinion. What else did I sell, get rid of, liquidate back into ETH? This morning, I liquidated Alluvium when it was at 15% up or whatever it may be, 1880, 1890, whatever it may be. I put a similar amount in that I put in the sandbox initially. Did I 3x it? No. Did I go up 80% and pull it back out and live to tell the story? Absolutely. And this is the reason why. Okay, I'm going to go through it. Sandbox, I have a real reason why I made the trade. Okay, it's not just because I'm guessing. It doesn't mean that I'm doing it right or I know what I'm doing. But it does mean that I have real reasons that are logic-based as to why I'm doing it. I think Alluvium went quite high from where it was. I sold about right here, somewhere around there. I don't remember exactly what time. But I did really well. Okay, it went up like 80%. I got in. I don't remember where this chart is showing. This is one day. I sold about right here, right? Because I sold this morning, right? I got in down here, range. I think it was about right there. So I did really well. I was really happy with that. I sold it. I'm not trying to be greedy. I see this diluted market cap's really high. I look at the game. The only reason I invest in this game is because it looks awesome. Like if you go through this trailer, sorry if that's loud, but I went through it and I thought the game looked really, really good. But other than the game, I wasn't that excited by it, okay? I like the game. Anything else they're doing, kind of boring, all right? The site's a little boring. Let's take a look at the land. Coming soon here. I've seen Alluvium also on OpenSea. So one of the things that I was looking for as a signal on how well games were doing or not going to be doing that I used for a signal to when to buy sand, at least in my opinion, was how well the land was being sold on OpenSea. Okay, Decentraland sold a lot, and Decentraland Moon kind of at the same time. At least, you call it Moon, whatever you want. Decentraland spiked at the same time that the land was doing well. Then Sandbox land started to pick up a lot and started to sell a lot more than Decentraland, and then Sandbox went up and up and up and up and up. They were correlated. Alluvium isn't that as exciting. So OpenSea, Alluvium. I'm on a different computer. Let's see. Does it come up with the right thing or not? We'll try. Yeah, this is not that exciting to me. Okay, very small amount traded. I did look at this before, but compared to like Sandbox and Decentraland, this isn't a great signal to me. The best signal to me was this looked stunning graphics, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful looking game. Everything else about it I didn't love. I think it's got a lot of backers, which is great. I think the game looks stunning, which is the only reason I invested. I think the site looks okay. I think that the stuff that they're selling on OpenSea, not a great signal for me. And I told you guys before on the last video that I thought the price wasn't exactly sexy for a retail investor that wants to own a whole of something. So I got out this morning of this, 80% increase in what it was worth from when I bought it. I'm not trying to be gritty. I'm not trying to be greedy. I was happy with that. What did I leave in? I left in my UOS, which is down a tiny bit today, but UOS is a little bit more of a long-term play. I am up on UOS about 60%, 70%. Roughly, don't shoot the messenger. I may get that wrong on how much I am. And I like UOS. Okay, I think it's a great technology. I did a new play today. I thought that Seek VR is down a lot, and I did some more research on this. I'll go through it. This is pretty established, okay? If you go through this, you can check out their white paper. You can see all the exchanges that they're on. You can see all the superstars that they have partnerships with. They have their own hardware. This is not a brand new company. That it's just a pretty game, okay? So I may be buying towards the top of the market. Hopefully I'm not. I haven't researched this company as much as I'd like in terms of I'd like to have got here earlier. But I feel like this just is going to keep climbing. I feel like this pattern is somewhat clear, and I think this could moon up a bit and then just keep climbing up and up and up. And I think it's really established. I think it's at a great price. I think people like to buy things that are at that price. I think the site looks beautiful. I think it's got huge partnerships with very well-established brands. It's not gameplay, so I think that kind of moves in a different direction. But I don't want to do everything only games. I think that this metaverse is going to push way beyond just games, and this has a lot of influencers on it already. This looks like a nice company that could be around for many, 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 many years. So in terms of a long-term look and feel, this is great. I think it's awesome. I'm not putting a lot into it. I'm putting a little bit into it. I tried to put some of my ETH in it this morning, and the slippage was really ridiculous. So I just converted the Matic that I already had in my wallet over to this. It's a small play just because I couldn't buy a lot without paying a ridiculous amount of fee. I'm going to try again probably a little bit later today. But I think this is just going to keep climbing up. I might be wrong, and it could plummet to the ground and be extremely overvalued, frankly. But I think it's new. I think it's fresh. I think that it has the potential to skyrocket a lot from here. I could be buying towards the top and lose everything. I've got a small amount into it, but it looks really great based on my research. Alluvium, like I said, sold it all today. EOS, keeping it in. ETH, going up. Things look good. I liquidated my sand, made my money out of it. I'll wait it out, okay? I don't think that sand is done. I think that it may make another run. I still think it can go up above Decentraland. I still think it is a better game. I think they butched the launch. I think they had a great opportunity, and the launch wasn't good. Okay, that's just in my opinion. I think this is a good buying point for this particular piece. So I bought into this one right now. I'm going to continue to do research. I think the metaverse is not really cooling too much, but it's not as lava magma hot as it was 2 weeks ago. I think it's chilling a little bit, and then I think it's going to erupt again in the next few weeks. And it may erupt in the same coins, it may erupt in the same games, it may erupt in some of the tech more. So I'm going to keep UOS on here. I'm going to put a little bit of this into Seek VR here. I'm going to look at maybe some other plays. I don't have anything else for you at the moment. Maybe in a couple of days, once I look through some more of them, I'll have some better ideas. But that's what I'm doing right now. I took what I would call profits. I moved all my money back into ETH from Sand. I moved it all from Alluvium back into ETH. I put some back into Seek VR, which I think has great potential, looks really awesome, has influencers, has actual real celebrities on board with it, plus a lot of capital backing it. It is newer, so it is risky, but I think it can continue to skyrocket and just ladder climb right up. But again, do your own research. I will probably put another video out in the next coming week. So if you like this, let me know. I will toss a Discord link in my YouTube, so you can check that out as well. In there, I talk about the plays we made, how much we made. Some people follow them, some people don't, but it's free, so check it out. Hopefully this helped you. I will keep you posted as I make more moves. It's been a good week or two, and that's it. Thanks for watching. See you. Bye.